Hey guys, it's Dante, and it has been a long while since I've done anything fairy tale. I am sorry, I have been experimenting with other material, go look them up, but I still do love fairy tale, and today I want to talk about something that has been rumored to be going around the fandom. It has been rumored that Hiro Mashima is going to be continuing fairy tale after its current sequel, The 100-Year Quest. Now, as a fan of storytelling, I'm just curious how this is going to work. Sequels have a reputation of being good, or for the majority of times, a miss here or there. Sequels are hard. If your series is really good, you have to find a way to capture the original feel while also trying something new in a way that doesn't piss off your fans. And sometimes, you just gotta do something new or else it's just gonna be a lazy cash grab. Try a new adventure, fill in some plot holes, do something different that you never got to do in the original. And for Fairy Tail, I'm wondering what they're going to do. The current sequel is what I call a continuation sequel, where it's just continuing the adventures of the current cast, but in a new setting against new enemies. If I had to guess one thing that Hiro Mashima might do, it might be a next generation sequel, where it's continuing the adventures in that world but with new characters, once all the characters in question have, settled down, hook up, and had some kids. Now, I know what you're thinking. Seriously, this is just gonna be Boruto or Four Knights of the Apocalypse? We're gonna focus on the kids? Really? Well, there's nothing wrong with new characters. We know how strong everyone is, and they're going through their own arcs. Hell, some of them are done with their own arcs. When was the last time you saw anything important with Gray in the sequel? Tell me. Because if you read the manga, you notice that there's a theme going around about love. Levi and 𝐬𝐭 are about to have kids. 𝐼RZA and Jalal are thinking about settling down and becoming an official couple. Gray is starting to acknowledge Juvia's love for him. Instead of just the creepy stalkerness, he's starting to care. Natsu and Lucy sadly still haven't figured that part out, but hey, we'll get there when we get there. And of course, there's also 𝐸delis. 𝐸delis introduced the offspring of the main ships, the Nalu ship and also the Gruvia ship with their own kids. So, kind of a spoiler about what kind of kids they're going to have. Although, at least gender-wise, I'm not sure about personality-wise. But I could see Hiro Mashima maybe wanting to do something new. Put the characters in new situations as adults while trying to raise the next generation, while also giving some characters like Wendy, Romeo, Shelia, more of a grown-up position where they were just, kids. Let them try to be the big siblings to a new generation of fairy tale wizards. And if I had to make one little suggestion, Hiro, please listen to me. Take a break from the dragons. Seriously, there's still an entire magical world you have yet to discover, but for the past 2 series, it's always been dragons. And honestly, I could use a dragon break. There are other magical beings that you've set up but have not paid off. One suggestion, for me at least, are the gods. Yeah, remember? Gods? This series has deities. There's god-slaying magic. Zeref, one of the main protagonists of the series, was cursed by a god of life and death. Why? Because he wanted to bring back Natsu. And yet, where was the payoff with that? We understand why Zeref was cursed, but what about the god in question? There's also, god souls, like when we saw Di Maria with Kronos. Where are the gods of this universe? And when you look at Fairy Tail, it might be fantasy, but it's also bringing in futuristic elements. Their lacrimas are now cell phones. They have flying ships, giant lasers that beam down from the sky. Like, wait a minute. Did One Piece copy Fairy Tail for once? Giant sky beams raining down from the sky. Oh my gosh, I think Oda actually copied Hiro Mashima for once. But because of these technological advancements, it could be, for the next generation, a battle between those reserved in tradition versus the technological advancements. The old ways versus the new ways. What does this generation have to say about magic? Is magic technology and items going to be more powerful and more useful than caster magic? It's the same situation with Boruto. How much of the old ways do you keep up while also acknowledging that it's useful and still has a place for it? This also kind of happened in Korra. As bending and technology progressed, the old ways of being a bender and the avatar were just outdated. But how much of it do you keep around? What is important? I could see this happening in Fairy Tail with Natsu. I doubt he's going to be the next guild master that might go to 𝐟𝐨 or someone else, but I would love to see Natsu being a dad, raising his own kid, and what that kid could do. I would like the kid to have at least something different, maybe a different Slayer magic rather than dragon, or something leading up to the big main power. Have some new characters with some new designs, new powers, just a lot of new everything. I will still love Fairy Tail and the original cast that it just made me chuckle so hard and cry so badly for them. I loved their adventures. Despite some issues with the writing, I've been enjoying their adventures. It's one of my core anime that I just can't really hate that much. I recognize its flaws, but I love these characters and I would love to see another sequel. But what do you think is going to be that sequel? What will they do? Who will we see? What will be the next big bad? Let me know in the comments. This has been Dante, and if you love Fairy Tail, check out the channel for more videos related to the series. We will have more out as soon as we can. This has been Dante. I'll see you later, mortals.